everyone, my name's Ali, and welcome back to my channel, Mindful Living. Okay, so to start off the video, I just wanted to say a very special thank you for over 100 subscribers. I'm so happy to hit this milestone and now have over 100 of you following along on my natural wellness journey here. Whether you subscribe to my channel for gardening, recipe ideas, or anything else that's to come, I just wanted to say thank you for every comment, every like, and most of all, for just being here. It truly means so much to me, and I hope to continue to inspire you all with many more videos to come. Now, let's get started on today's video. Okay, so today I'm going to be giving you guys a quick update on how my kale plant has been growing, along with harvesting it, and a quick kale recipe at the end, so make sure to stick around for that part as well. Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing you two different size kale plants in two different size containers. The first one is a large container, and the second one is a medium-sized container. And I'm going to show you guys the main difference between growing in the right size container because it really does matter. I'll be showing you guys week by week how these plants grew, so let's get started. Okay, so here's the large plant, and this is about a week and a half after I planted it, and here is the medium-sized plant beside it. Clearly there's a really big difference. The big one is doing a lot better. It definitely has a lot more space for the roots to grow and stretch out. And here we have about another week later, so this is 3 weeks. I did have a little damage to the one leaf here, as you guys can see. I did go ahead and pluck that right off my plant. If you do have some damaged leaves, don't leave them sticking around, just go ahead and pluck them off. This will encourage some new growth to start as well. As you guys can see, it's doing really well. And here I have the medium-sized kale beside it. This one, the leaves are not quite as big, not quite as full or bushy, and I even find the color to be a little bit different too, which is crazy. But this one here is definitely a lot more green. And here we have another week later. I do still have the sticks, as you guys can see around. I've tried to move them so that some of the plant can actually grow out of the container a bit, but I am still having squirrels every once in a while come into my garden and try and dig up some of those roots. I find as soon as I take the sticks out, they come back, so it's definitely necessary for me to protect my plant, but not everyone has to do this. So as you guys can see, again, the big kale plant in the large size container is doing awesome. It's so full and thick and bushy. You can see just how massive these leaves are getting. And now I'm gonna go ahead and harvest it, and I'll actually be cooking this up for dinner tonight. Harvesting kale is so simple and easy. You don't even need scissors or pruning shears. You can just actually pull each stalk right off the kale. And there I have 3 huge leaves, and I'm gonna go ahead and use those tonight. I'm going to be making one of my favorite side dishes. This is perfect to add to any meal. If you've never tried kale before, it's a really good way to introduce it into your diet. So here I am, I'm just in my kitchen now, and I'm cutting up the kale after I've already thoroughly washed and patted it dry. You want to just cut it up into bite-sized pieces, but I'd say the most important thing is you don't want to eat the stem of the kale. It's not very tasty, so you can go ahead and just cut along the middle center piece like I am doing here, and just toss that away and keep all of the lush greens. So once I'm done cutting up the 3 pieces of kale, I have quite a bit here. And the next thing you're gonna need for this recipe is 1 onion, along with some feta cheese, as you guys can see in the background there. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly give this onion a quick chop. I'm leaving it in bite-sized pieces, and I've just gone ahead and transferred my kale into my frying pan and drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil. Make sure to give this a really good mix. I also added a little bit of salt and pepper, which I didn't film here. Cook the kale on medium heat, and just keep mixing this around until the kale becomes a little bit wilted. From there, go ahead and add the onions in. Onions cook pretty fast, so you want to make sure that your kale is sort of wilted before you add those in, and give this all a really good toss. Then I'm just going to be adding some garlic as well, which gives this lots of flavor. Feel free to use fresh garlic if you have it. I'm just going to be using this today. And I'd say I added about a teaspoon. And once the onions are cooked and all of the kale is wilted, you can finally transfer that into a dish. And just crumble a little bit of feta cheese on top. The combination of the kale with the feta, the onion, the garlic, it's so good. It's really a great way to get your greens in while keeping it still healthy, but still giving you lots of flavor here. You can add as much or as little feta cheese as you want, and this is perfect on the side of any dish. I swear, you can toss it into some pasta if you want. Side of a burger is great, side of chicken, fish, whatever you like. It's definitely one of my favorite ways to enjoy kale. Kale is also great when added into a salad, especially a kale Caesar salad, along with adding it into a smoothie or a soup. There's so many options. Well, that's it for this video today. I hope if you guys enjoyed this kale update and recipe, you will give me a like, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching and see you all in my next video.